Hi, my name's David Harrington. I'm the head of business intelligence at Harrow Council. So the business problem that we were trying to solve was to present COVID-19 data to our gold team, which is our top team who are responding to the crisis, and to members of the council as well and other senior people. And we had to present data that was relevant and up to date to help them to make decisions, to track the impact of the disease across the borough and how we were doing comparatively with other boroughs and other areas of England and the UK. And the business intelligence team started off doing this work on a fairly laborious and manual way for some of it, particularly around cases and deaths, which we as the numbers went up in March and April, we would go into the ONS website, we'd download the data into Excel, we'd create some charts and some visual representations, then we'd cut and paste that into our report, which we then PDF'd and sent out to various audiences, which included, as I said, our gold meeting, our top team, members of the council, and also local MPs. We kept them informed of what was going on. So it was quite a time-consuming thing, particularly as we were doing daily reporting to begin with. So it was quite a piece of work that was done every evening by myself and my team members. And we got into quite a routine of doing it, and we got on with it. But it was good to have a conversation with Sam Tizard to be able to talk about how we might be able to automate some of this stuff. And it was immediately apparent to me that if we could achieve that, it would be a very good thing. So we worked with Sam and Dell, and provided them with the links to the data that we were trying to present, and they came up with a beautiful dashboard representation of it, which gave us more than we were doing previously, because it also gave us a spatial representation of the impacts in different parts of the borough. I'll now share the GIS dashboard that they created, which is still going strong, and you'll be able to see that we've got a number of different metrics on there. This is a really important one of the cases in Harrow and the increase in Harrow, and then similarly for London increase, and then England, so you can track what's actually happening there with rolling averages on there as well. You can see the basic information about cases in England, cases in London, cases in Harrow, and deaths in Harrow. Unfortunately, that figure hasn't gone up by too much recently. Most of those deaths were back in the early stages, and we hope very strongly that that number will stay low. And you can probably also see the spatial representation of, for example, deaths down there. So the benefits of this were that there was a massive saving of our time, if I can give you the selfish benefit, but it was a much higher quality presentation of the information. It wasn't static, for starters. It updated every time the ONS released or other data was released. So they linked it in so that happened automatically, with a little bit of maintenance, of course. You have to keep your eye on it. It gave the spatial representation of the impacts in the borough. And other benefits, we'd worked with the GIS team before, but we probably worked more closely with them over the early and kind of middle stages of the initial pandemic, and it's actually led to all sorts of other pieces of work that we've done together. We worked very closely together, done a lot of good stuff together. We developed a recovery dashboard as well, which it was a very useful way of presenting stuff. So it's been very good. It's been good for me to understand more about what can be done by the GIS team with their skills and the software they use. It's been great, saving my team time so they could focus on other things, and dig down in the data that we needed to be dealing with. So I'd like to thank the GIS team. It's been a pleasure working with Sam and Dell, and I'm really pleased to be able to contribute to GIS Day as well. Thank you.